May I now hand it over to Rima Gupta, who's going to close the event for us.
So, wow, it's finally coming to an end. How do you guys all feel? Good. Lot of information. Yes. So, hence, the topic, I just wanted to summarize what we have gone through over the last few days, and basically some of the next steps that we are taking onwards. So I think it's the end of a journey. It's more a life. Everyone has been saying it's no longer just a journey. It's the way of life. So digital is a way of life. This is how the world is changing, and this is how we are all changing. Just in terms of what we started with an inspirational future of digital by Kirtika. She talked about mobile. She talked about innovation as information. She talked about personalization, equalizing, great impact of digital, and future of digital for everyone, where no one is really left behind. The whole concept of democratization. Then we followed it up with a great talk by Professor Anindya Ghosh, who talked about disentangling the current mobile economy and the concept of geofencing, which is location plus time, and some innovative use cases by Citibank and Ripple. And that was followed by a fantastic session moderated by Vinay on real-time marketing, kicked off by Adobe, and the concept of, I know many of us still struggling with that when mobile is so key device, a device-free world where everything is intelligent. Moving on, we, of course, dispelled many myths and explored the principles of design thinking, user experience, and gamification, and closed the day with a phenomenal and very energizing talk by Shiv on mobile and how mobile can help India, the future of India in terms of democratizing services to people of India and adding a lot of value to the citizens of India. And he talked about 7 or 8 domains where this will become very critical. We talked about education, healthcare, governance, all things that are very, very critical to the progress of India. Then we begin day 2, and we began with Vibha invoking the Trimurti concept for social media, and she talked about the creator, destroyer, and preserver. And this was followed by a lot of examples, as well as a brilliant talk by Professor Hill on engaging customers, especially in the social TV domain, with some concept called social triggers. How do you embed social triggers in TV content to engage the audience? And then we follow it with business models for e-tailing. This afternoon, we discussed about retailers, different business models. One was by Flipkart, where it's a retailer. It's providing all the end-to-end services, versus eBay, which provides these marketplaces where different retailers can come and offer services, almost like a mall kind of concept. Then we had Professor Juhi Ramprasad talk about the freemium model. You know, what do we give for free, and what feature ads do we give that will engage the customer and get them to buy premium subscriptions, as well as engage them more with their product. And finally, a brilliant closing, talking about a counter view. Everything is not rosy. We do need to take some precautions, and what is the risk to a brand in a connected world. So that's all huge, a lot of topics we have covered, a lot of things to think about. I think especially as we begin our digital life, some of the insurance we need to take out, and some of the innovative journeys we need to, innovative avatars of ourselves we need to create. So, I've been telling you this, you've been an excellent and very engaged audience. Here is a Twitter snapshot of what we have been seeing. So a big round of applause to you all. I think from 300, we have reached out to 11,000 people. Phenomenal. And I also want to recognize our top 2 contributors. And one of the things we'd like to do is we would like to give you a free invite to our next year's conference. So please join us, and thank you so much.
Are these 2 guys in the room right now?
Could you please stand up? I'd like to acknowledge your contribution.
Surprise gift.
Okay, so what's going forward? Is this the end? Is this the beginning? I have spoken to many of you during dinner time, during the tea breaks. I think people see a lot of value in this engagement. They want to continue this conversation forward, right? You're saying you don't want to come just once a year, have this conference, and that's it. So we really, we ourselves are committed to taking this conversation forward. And this is something, a slide that Professor Amit Mehra put when we actually began the conference, saying, you, the community, thought leaders, industry experts, and us as academia, we need to work together to really understand this digital world. And there'll be a lot of interesting ways of engagement. Of course, we as ISB can strive to provide cutting-edge programs and executive education initiatives in this area. In addition to that, we look forward to partnering with you on case studies and special business scenarios where you might want to engage with an academia to create frameworks, models, or even research, right? You are collecting a lot of data. And as researchers, we are always hungry for data to be able to drive some meaning out of it. So it would be great, you've seen the research that Professor Anandya Ghosh, Professor Juhi Ram Prasad, and a lot of the faculty, Professor Chandra Hill, highlighted, and that all comes from research, from real data. So definitely engage with us. We would love to carry on this conversation forward. Another thing is that let's talk digital, right? So we're creating a blog on our website. It will have a lot of curated content from all the talks that you have heard so far, as well as it's a great place to engage in upcoming themes, because we are always looking for inputs as to saying what is important to you, what topics are interesting to you, what's relevant to you, and we can bring that going forward. With that, I'd also like to thank our team and invite them on stage. It's not a single person's effort, so please join me in thanking them. So I'd like to invite Rashi, Kundan, Arun, Kaushal, our research associate, Sridharth. I don't know if Srinivas is here. I know one of our members actually fell sick. He had a viral infection, so Shailendra could not make it. I'd also like to thank our IT audio-video team for being here, supporting us tirelessly through the last 2 days. So please join us. Thank you so much. And like to, yes, thank my co-host, Vinay, for doing a fantastic job. Last, please do give us feedback. There are feedback forms. Would love to hear back from you. Next time, we have promised we'll make it mobile enabled, so you can just give feedback on the mobile. But this year, please give it to us on pencil and paper. Keep the conversation going. Enjoy tea outside, and we'll see you next year. Yes, thank you so much.